Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of that humble internet. My name is Ryan, aka the Ryeman, and welcome back to some more of Ryeman's bizarre adventures of Katawa Shoujo, as we go through our final season. I apologize for a lot of slowdown of my videos. There's just other stuff going on behind the scenes that I don't want to bother you guys with. In addition to my own PC, going with age. I just gotta swap out parts. But you've heard that if you've been around previous videos and such. Why haven't I replaced them yet? Simple. Other things take more importance over where my money is going. That's it, really. That being said, if you are coming around to watching these videos, thank you. Even to the silent lurker. Yes, you. The one who doesn't do the dislike thing, the one who doesn't comment. Even the guy who doesn't even subscribe. Or girl. They wait for a random video to pop up for me from their recommendations, and they choose to watch it then. Thank you for spending your time here. Right now. You literally could have been spending this time with any number of other better content creators. I mean, I could list all the ones that I know personally that I could recommend you to, but we'd be here all day. I'm tired right now. I had a long day of work, and when I got home, and I had some light dinner, I did some workout. How's everyone's personal workout routines? Let me load the game while we have our nice little chat. How's everyone's personal workout routines going? Mine's going decently. I'm up to about 40 sit-ups and push-ups, and running about a mile in a little bit over 8 minutes. That's where I am right now. And it's good that we do stuff like that, folks. It's good that guys like me who do this YouTube and video game stuff as a hobby have our existence elsewhere. It really keeps me tethered to reality. You wanna know what doesn't keep me tethered in reality? Man, it seems like this was all just one big, build up to this joke. You wanna know what talking with Misha. Misha does not keep me, I've lost all track where I am right now having to be in the room with her. Hanako has left the building. She's gone! And only in a situation where I have to be thrown into a room with Misha do I go from chill, calm, yeah, we're here to vibe, to I'm going to burn 16 orphanages down to the ground, as so long as Misha is in one of them. It's a bit of an extreme to go to, I will admit. Let's keep it bozing! Oh, if you're new here, buckle in, I have to do my Misha voice. Money! Huh? Wait! Didn't you want to know where she could get a new ID? Excuse me. Hello? Come back. Please. Wait. I'm doing that because I'm envisioning perfectly that Misha, being Misha, is actually chasing full sprint after Hanako. Oh my god, what's that one meme? Forgive me for dropping this, from Beastars? Or did Beastars use that meme from an already meme template? I can't keep up with the memes. It's the one where someone's walking away from someone, and the person behind them is slowly trying to catch up, and the person in front goes faster. And so the person in pursuit is now obviously trying to go after them until it ends with a full-on sprint. That's what's going on right now. I'm gonna... Well, strangely, the further Marishi goes away, the louder the sound of her voice seems to grow. Not the way I just painted it! I really should just be one of those guys that goes through a game ahead of time to keep myself from looking like an idiot. But that ship has sailed! Oh, she's back. I couldn't catch her. Girl, that girl is an assassin! You're not gonna catch her. Ellipses. Shizune, pats her on the shoulder reassuringly. There. No, I'm comforting you. Who's comforting me? Comfort me, comfort you. Who's comforting? Not me. I'm the last person to be comforting anyone. And don't comfort me. The last person who tried to comfort me had to pat me on the back with a fucking broom because they did not want to get into physical contact reaching distance with me. Didn't end well. Remind me of the time I beat one of my co-workers over the head with a 2x4. That's the story for another time. You're pretty cheerful for someone who needed a pat on the shoulder. Ellipses. Hey, Shan. Do you hate games where luck is involved? I hate all games. Says the man. Who's playing a game right now? A question out of nowhere, but it feels like an important one. Can I opt out of this conversation? I've lost all spiritual energy at this point. If it wasn't, why would Shizune be looking at me, watching for my reaction, even as I glance in her direction? She tries to pretend she isn't doing so, putting on a casual air by spinning a chess piece in her fingers. I don't like games that revolve around luck of the draw, right? Oh wait, fuck! I don't like games that... Fuck, what would Misha's voice sound like trying to mimic me? Actually, I feel like I could just go with that because knowing Misha, she has that weird supernatural talent. Yeah, revolving around luck isn't the same as just having luck involved, though. I don't hate games just for having an element of luck. Most games have an element of luck to them anyway. It's what keeps them interesting. I think a game where you know from the beginning how far you can go is boring. Then it's not a game, isn't it? Just going through the motions. For a game where you have little to no control, I don't think I could get into something like that. We understood this! I see. Ellipses. That girl isn't... I have not in the history of my life hit the same woman 3 times. But I'm willing to break all records if you don't... If you don't take that back about our girl Hanako. Ellipses. Chess is a formulaic sport. A game. Sport. I guess. Sport of the brain. I'm still an idiot, though, and I can't read. So, it's a game that isn't suited for her. There was nothing formulaic about her. Someone who plays chess like that, looking only at the next piece, playing so shallowly, can't be called a serious chess player. Anyone who loves chess to the point where their eyes sparkle like that when they see a chessboard would be the kind of person who would study the game. If you study it just casually, you can learn to see at least 2 moves ahead, even against pros. Why would someone who loves the game so much, with that enthusiasm, know so little about it, even less than someone with just a passing interest in it? Shizune puts down the piece in her hand. It's a rook. Ellipses. Her feelings are real, but her feelings for the game aren't. Now I'm reminded of the meme that came from the one Star Wars game. What's the one? The one with the lightsabers. What's the one? Your feelings for the game aren't real. And then there's just Hanako on the ground. They are real to me! Do you understand, Hishan? You lost me like 6 episodes ago, I'm gonna be honest. There's no luck in chess. It's very important to realize that. Luck in games is good because it gives everyone a chance. Just enough to matter. But not so much that skill is penalized. Chess is boring because it's not a game. To me, it seems like formulas. Hanako isn't the kind of person who would love something like that. Holy crap! Shizune is in full lecture mode about chess. Ellipses. If you value something, you fight. Struggle is proof of appreciation. Okay, I mean, it's funny when Misha, like, strokes out trying to understand something. I think so, at least. Or you can see it immediately, since it's so precious that it stops your thinking. The first is a passionate love. The second is a gentle love. Ellipses. I tried to fight her, chasing around her king and trying to bait her. I didn't succeed, though, because she stuck to only what would work. The trickiest moments were when she moved the fastest. That meant she knew exactly how to deal with those situations. That means someone taught her. Do you understand, Hishan? My voice is starting to go, and I cannot go into work tomorrow morning. Look my boss in the eye and say, I'm sorry, boss man. But my voice stroked out playing Misha. He's gonna look at me. He's gonna, who's Misha? Say, she's a 2D pink curled twin drilled thing. He's gonna look at me. He's gonna nod at me. Because nothing I do surprises him anymore. I'm the wild card at work. That's why no one's ever worried about a fight. Not really. Ellipses. If you love chess that much, but you can't give it your all, it's because you love the memories attached to it and not the game. It's too precious to her to see it as a tool for true competition. Then she doesn't have to use it for competition. She's Hanako. She can do whatever the fuck she wanted. I will beat any man to death who says otherwise. Ellipses. I'm a passionate man. I can't help it. Due to that, you can't become friends over it. Not without words. Well, your way of making friends isn't the kind of way that works on everyone, Shizune. The look on her face isn't one of sadness, at least as far as I can tell, but her words are very sad. Hey, let's play a game. While the board is still here. But the bell rings and cuts me off. Let's play a game of chess. Was that the end of the chapter? I keep doing them. It took me 15 minutes with my ramblings to get through what was supposed to be a 2-minute segment. Things have returned to normal. Well, they transferred in at a pretty unusual time, and I can hardly say that I had a normal first week. I can't read. I'm a grown-ass man, and I can't read words. I had a normal first few weeks here. I guess it's more like things have calmed down and reached normality. I've been here longer than I thought. It's hard not to think about all the stuff I must have missed in the school before my arrival. Probably 60 something or whatever other festivals, probably. I don't know what they do in Japan. Or the things that might have happened in my old school since I've been gone. I wonder where these feelings come from, since I didn't leave much behind. I have a lot more here than I like. If that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't even bother with something like student council, or Shizune or Misha. I'd be hard-pressed to care about anything, if the school was how I imagined it would be. So even this feeling of daily routine makes me glad, in a way. I dread the amount of work that's going to hit me in the student councils after school, enough to want to consider stepping out on my duties. Just this once. Yet it's nice to feel like there is something I can do. Shizune drops a stack of attendance sheets next to me. Oh my god, we can understand her. Thanks again for helping out. If I could do the Bayonetta voice, I don't know why that seems like it would fit for Shizune. Okay, confession time. I never played any of the Bayonetta games, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I've literally been wrong about 99.9% of everything in my life. That one tiny bit that I was ever correct about was knowing my own name, which sometimes I even forget that. Thanks again, Heishin! Sure is a lot of work, though. I had to skip out on sign language class again, but now I'm at a level where I can understand most of Shizune and Misha's conversations with each other, so I'm not too bothered by it. Shizune still doesn't know that, though. She probably does! She's not a stupid woman! I'm determined to keep things that way until I'm very sure of my skills. Perhaps it's a little childish of me. Okay. Tanabata is less than 5 days, but we're only going to start building the stalls tomorrow. Heishin, we might... Heishin, we might have to help out with the building stalls again tomorrow. Why? What was the point of taking them apart then? That took days, didn't it? Yep, that's right. Even though Heishin wasn't there for it. I would have helped out if you asked. Why the hell did we take those stalls apart if we had another festival the next week? Do you know what you've done? You made me seem competent. It would have made sense to bore you with cleanup duty after you've enjoyed the festival so much. It would have made sense to bore you with making you clean up right after the festival. It would have ruined the fun. I'm getting whiplash from the echo. I am. I'm getting upset. Besides, what the fuck? How is all this a translation from one word? I'm going to fight myself. I'm going to fight club myself by the end of this entire ordeal. Heishin is lazy anyway. You would have tried to run away again. Heishin doesn't like playing foxhound. That stings. Shizune covers her mouth with her hand and starts shaking. It takes me a second to realize that she's laughing. Must be because she's doing so completely soundlessly. It's a little strange to see, but more or less the same good-spirited kind as Misha's, without being eardrum piercing. That's a good question, though, Heishin. I didn't fucking say anything! What? Stalls! It's a storage issue. The school doesn't have anywhere to store so many stalls. Since each one is pretty large, they won't pay for outside storage either, so this is what they decided on. It's inefficient, but cheaper. Yes, I realize it's basically the Lily voice, but those two are... They're the same... They're the opposite sides of the literal same coin. And wow, Shizune is a very smart woman. She actually knew what my problem was, and she answered my own question. Now to get the echo! Because the school doesn't have anywhere to store that many stalls, Heishin. Wow, when Shizune actually has a lot of stuff to say that's actually important and contributes to not just the conversation, but possibly all of society as a whole, Misha, like, just shuts down, like, takes out 70% of the words. Ellipses. Yeah, right. They do, but they don't want to pay. Sorry, Oh my god. She picked up on that? Give me my mic. Did Shizune just death glare Misha and say, "Look here, you bitch. You do not cut out 70% of my sentence"? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this has ever happened before, but Shizune gets a point. She gets a point. She's getting one. I'm putting it on the imaginary board. Who's winning in that imaginary point board as I look behind me to absolutely nothing but a green blanket covering my vision, even though no one of you is ever going to be able to see this because I'm too lazy and too and I don't like being on camera. I don't think I ever mentally wiped the point system I gave out during Winds of Change. I think Valesa's still up there by like a few. No one's gonna know who that is, unless you stick around this channel. I do way too many visual novels than any one part-time YouTuber has any right in doing. Like, it's a problem. It's an actual, honest-to-God problem. Anyway, where were we before my mad rambling again? That is one of the reasons why Darkside Phil makes thousands of dollars like every night, apparently, with over hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It's because of those lazy fucking hippies from the last generation. Oh my god! If this is where if Shizune is based, she wins. She's still not beating Hanako in terms of best girl. She's not even, or Lily. Lily's a close second. She might be tied for third with the rest of them. The leadership decided that outside storage costs had risen too much, and the student council before us was too weak-willed to tell them that it's stupid to have to build and disassemble 60 souls twice every year. Wow, like, our sign language skills have come a long fucking way. Oh god, she's getting, like, perked up. Okay! Ellipses. She didn't repeat. Did the game developers decide to just leave that part out because they knew that I would be going through whiplash and echo syndrome? Echo and whiplash and echo syndrome. That's nothing. That's not a thing. Oh my god. I'm an actual idiot. So yeah, I'm just gonna assume she just completely just... Yeah, okay, yeah, I said all that. Ishin, let's eat something. It feels like we've been working all day. We have. Now that I think about it, I am hungry. I would have had lunch, but it was really crowded today for some reason, so I decided it wasn't worth the trouble. It was like that today, because they had some especially interesting things for sale on the side. Like what? No, don't tell me, because it doesn't matter since I won't be able to eat them anyway. Shizune looks oddly pleased with herself. I wonder what the context of that could be. I prepared ahead of time for this. Beaming with self-satisfaction, she produces a wide assortment of food from her bag. You can immediately see that 90% of it, or more, was taken from the lunchroom. There's a lot as well. Isn't there a limit on how much a person can buy? Buddy, when you're in positions of power, the rules are whatever the fuck you say they are. Right, isn't that greed and corruption? Yes, it is. That means these gains are definitely ill-gotten. The veal cutlet bread is always sold out in the first minute of lunch. I'm impressed you managed to obtain one. Arigato. I reached for it quickly, but she immediately makes a grab for it as well. Okay, girl, you have to understand something when it comes to food, especially food that I like to eat. I will actually physically fight you. And your hands will be thrown up so fast in self-defense you will not have time to call for help. You get that? Because she needs to use her hands for sign language. Her hand goes slack for a second when it touches mine. Ha! I will use this advantage of women not wanting to touch me. But she immediately pushes forward to rebuttal with redoubled effort, that blazing competitive spirit flashing dangerously in her eyes. Her fingers pry at mine, searching for an opening. I will slap you with Misha's hair. I don't budge an inch, prepared to fight for this bread with my life. I might never have another chance to eat this. I am fully aware that if we continue like this, we could crush the bread, greatly reducing its edibility. The bullshit! Misha, tell her that unless she lets go, the bread is going to be crushed.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Misha, I am going to actually slap you with your own hair now. I'm startled she can so nonchalantly let slip that I could communicate with Shizune. Oh, but that's right, Shizune's not looking at her. And she's not going to hear anything Misha says because she's deaf. I've become so dumb that I forgot Misha's not 100% the dumb. And that she totally lets things slip by her when Shizune's not looking. I almost considered the possibility that it was intentional, but I'm sure she was distracted trying to tear the wrapper off a juice box straw. Or it's column A, column B. We're both retarded. Isn't it obvious? I can't let go of the bread.
I can't tell Shishan that then.
She puts her palms to the sky and shrugs with a wide grin on her face. Why not?
Because you have a stake in this.
There's stake?
So I can't trust you. If Shishan wants to reply, she has to let go of the bread. And then you win. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that's what you want, Hishan. It wouldn't be fair, so I'm going to be neutral. Like Switzerland.
Switzerland?
Don't you know about Switzerland?
Of course I fucking do. It's neutral. They're neutral. But you don't have one of their army knives in you right now. You're going to. Oh God. Shizune stares at me cockily, the tip of her tongue sticking out slightly from between her teeth as she continues to tug firmly at the veal cutlet bread between us. Suddenly she lets go, then holds her hands up, palms facing outwards, universal gesture of peace. Peace was never an option when it comes to my food, woman. This seems like a poor way to settle this, doesn't it? And we might crush the bread. She glares, and her passive expression quickly plummets into a disapproving grimace. Excited ellipses.
Hey, Shan! Drop the bread! We're negotiating now!
Not exactly what she said, unless that was the ellipses that I... Oh, that's right, I don't actually understand everything she's saying. I drop the bread reluctantly. Misha's hand darts from the side, her fingers drumming across the table as it makes its way over.
Don't mind me! I don't even really like veal. I'll just take this sandwich right here, and something to drink, too.
Picking it up cautiously, she immediately retreats. She has the right idea. I could just pick something else. There are lots of delicious things here. The chicken katsudan bread is also a popular seller, ranking high in taste and demand, but I've already eaten one before. You're so immature, Hisao. This wouldn't be a problem if you would pick something else. The chicken katsudan bread is delicious.
You're so immature, Hishan. Why don't you pick the chicken katsudan bread instead? It's delicious.
I'm getting that whiplash echo syndrome again. But I've already eaten that. Ellipses.
Hishan, why are you obsessed with eating the veal cutlet bread?
It's hard to get normally. Rare things are more delicious. You are acting like a child.
You're acting like a kid, Hishan.
Why don't you eat the chicken bread? That's not important. God, it is right now, girl! Turning bright red, she smiles cunningly and continues. There's no reasoning with you, so it looks like there's only one way to settle this. We are going to play for it.
That doesn't matter. We'll play for it instead.
I don't like where this is going. Somehow I expected this. It's the logical conclusion. Shizune has been studying for a long time, pretty much continuously up until now. With our finals over, I guess that surplus energy has to go somewhere. Play what? The oldest game known to man. What, I take a gun, you take a gun, and we duel? Upon which the fate of nations has been known to rest. Rock, paper, scissors. Isn't that how World War II was won?